This week, we'll talk about the Detroit Pistons versus the 76ers, a little bit about KU men's basketball senior night, and finally, the future of wrestling. This is Out of Bounds. So let's jump right into these questions. Tonight, the 76ers, they play the Pistons. Who do you pick to win?
I think the 76ers are going to win just because I'm a pretty big fan.
76ers, of course.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Just a hometown fan?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm a Sixers fan, but I gotta go with the Pistons
Why is that?
because they're my favorite team in the past, the Bad Boys in the 86 and 87, I think. So I got a little bit of respect for them.
The Pistons. I heard the 76ers are awful.
That's pretty fair. That's a pretty fair assessment. Speaking of basketball, KU's men's basketball, they play Westchester tonight at the Keystone. There's a lot of playoff implications, and it's also senior night. Are you going to be able to make it to that game to support the team? Why or why not?
I'm not going to be able to make it.
Probably not. I have a huge trig test next week, and trig's kicking my butt, so I really need to study for that.
I think I got a lot of work to do tonight, but if I have some friends going, then I'll probably tag along with them.
I think I will, because if it's the playoffs and senior night, I gotta show some support for my college.
Exactly. We all should be out there showing support for the men's basketball team tonight. So you should stop watching right now and go support the men's basketball team. Why are you still watching? Now, as you know, collegiate wrestling, there is no really step up. You know, you could wrestle at Kutztown, but then where do you go from there? Sure, there are like the Olympic events, but even that is on the ropes right now. So do you think there needs to be some sort of push for a professional wrestling league, unlike WWE, like actual wrestling?
Probably not. You have the whole Olympic level, and I know wrestling's not even that big in the Olympics, so I would probably say no. You probably wouldn't have a big push for it professionally.
I think so, because the WWE isn't like collegiate wrestling. So I feel like since there's nowhere to go besides like the Olympics, and that's hard to get into, these guys should have a league where they could try out for and then continue their passion.
Yeah, I do. It's always a good thing if you can continue what you love to do, especially after college. After college, when you're into the wrestling and it suddenly stops, it's not good.
All right. Speaking of wrestling, do you know are you familiar with any wrestling moves?
Headlock.
A headlock? Do you have a pretty strong headlock?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think you could keep me in a headlock for longer than 10 seconds?
I could just sit on you, and I don't need to put you in a headlock.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. All right, well, it's safe to say I learned my lesson. I'm certainly not going to be asking those people if they know any wrestling moves again. But either way, thank you all for came on, and I have to thank my great crew, Sam, Kayla, and Wes. Until next week, this has been Out of Bounds.